This is the Real Good Procast with your hosts, Declan DeBarb, Ian Blumenthal, and Marshall Heath.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Real Good Procast. My name is Marshall Healy. Joining me as always are Declan DeBarb.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
And Ian Blumenthal.
What up, YouTube and other platforms?
But mostly YouTube.
But mostly YouTube because of the thumbnails.
Yeah, yes. Ian, that's your best contribution to this podcast, and I don't think it'll ever be topped.
It can't.
Wow. That's saying a lot about the stuff he brings for thoughts to the podcast, Declan. Way to...
Yeah, throw me under the bus.
I only speak truths.
So, it's been a couple weeks. How's everybody doing? Anything fun happening over the summer break?
Declan, you want to go first?
No, you go first. I think you have the better story than me. Wouldn't want to be upstaged.
I want to. I don't want to be upstaged. Okay, so I went to a cottage last weekend. It was like a day off from the camp I used to go to, but like I don't go to camp anymore. So like a bunch of people came, but I was there for 2 nights instead of just one. And there was like 30 people one of the nights, and there's this one guy from Michigan. He was hilarious. He got so stoned, and he was trying to like put up a hammock for 45 minutes. And he was like, couldn't figure it out. And we were talking by the fire, which was like 10 feet away, but it was dark, so he couldn't see us. So he thought there were voices, but we were just talking. And he was screaming about voices and not being able to put up a hammock for 45 minutes. And I thought he was actually an insane person for the night. But then the next day when I met him for real, I realized he wasn't actually a crazy person. And then when he got stoned the next night, he told us about the fire god. He took pictures of a fire with his DSLR and was explaining stories, and they were in chronological order, like 10 photos, and they all had a different story but connected.
I didn't know L. Ron Hubbard came to party with you. That's so cool.
I know, it was so funny.
I can't top that at all. My most exciting story is that my handicap's going down in golf because I fucking suck at it.
Ooh, also, I low-key got a speeding ticket.
Low-key? Except that you're going fast.
Like, not that fast. It was, like, down, like, a rural road. It was going 100.
So it was a 60 then?
For one block. Your
license taken away, Ian?
No, we're good. No. I don't want to get into details in case I'm not supposed to talk about it.
But long story short, Declan just wants his rides to school again. So just be mindful of that for Declan, because that's all he has right now.
Yes, my numerous rides.
Oh, I was assuming that's a thing now that I'm joining. Is it not? Oh, maybe I'll leave the house now.
Oh, fuck, Marshall.
Well,
what?
Don't you know that's the only reason we brought you in?
Here's the thing, though. I might be leaving the house.
Add a car.
Do you know who has left for sure right now?
Mo.
Oh, I was going to say Nazem Kadri, but yeah, they're
sure. What a transition, Marshall. What a transition.
That was so good.
It's literally the only thing I can bring to this podcast. But yes, R.I.P.
Good
Mo.
transitions.
Nazem Kadri traded, along with Rosen, and a third-round pick for Barry, Kerfoot, and a sixth. Maybe just start off, you guys are Leafs fans. You have seen Kadri kind of grow and evolve as a player from a guy who was stuck in the Marlies when Brian Burke is around to being a perennial, third-line center and suspension getter in the playoffs. What are your thoughts on Kadri as he exits Toronto?
I have to say I'm going to miss Nas. He was always kind of that guy who was there. He survived... How many eras? Did he survive 4?
He was the longest tenured Leaf.
Yeah, because Bozak left last season.
Yeah,
Riley joined later.
Yeah, this year was Leafs. I think of Kadri and Riley.
Yeah, this was his 10th year with the team. The Athletic put out a great piece about him. I think it was 4 because I think he was drafted. He was Burke's first draft. Burke, Nonis, and then the new regime, so 3. But 10 years with the team. He was a local guy. I think that Nas embodied a lot of what it meant to be a Leaf. He was one of those old-timey Leafs, comparable more to Wendell Clark or Sittler, maybe not in quality, but definitely in attitude. As much as he drove me up a wall, and anybody who doesn't believe me can go back to the podcast we did right after the Leafs got eliminated from the playoffs, where I basically called for his head.
Yeah, you dickhead.
I might not have always been the biggest fan of Nas, but I think he was always what it meant to be a Toronto Maple Leaf. He worked hard and fought for the crest on the front.
Completely.
Absolutely. Ian?
I have to agree with you. I'm gonna miss him. He had the grit that I don't think a lot of the guys in today's league have, with his nasty mentality, which I don't know if it's the right thing for today's league, with that nasty mentality and always wanting to fight and kind of being like a Brad Marchand rat on the ice. So as much as I'm really sad to see him go, and I'm very happy of his legacy, and I'm not upset that he was ever to leave. I was never one of the guys who was like, trade this guy, like I don't like him at all. I liked him. Also, his cat's Instagram's really cute. Jazzy Kadri. I still follow it. Follow it if you want. But I think that this trade was a very solid idea for the Leafs. We needed that right-handed defenseman. Our defense literally got upgraded by like 55% getting this one guy.
Barry is only 55% better than Ronald Hainsey? Yeah, come on.
No, I'm just saying, well, we also lost Jake Gardiner.
Hey, not yet. He hasn't signed anywhere.
Man, but he's not. We don't have the cap space for him.
Mitch Marner offer sheet.
Man, if Mitch Marner gets offer
sheet,
$11.7 million, making it the second highest contract in the league.
I think you guys would be okay with that, wouldn't you, though?
I would be fine with that because we get four first-round picks.
Over the moon, but we spent all of last podcast talking about Mitch Marner. For the sake of my therapist and my own mental health, I don't think I can talk about Mitch Marner again.
So what are your thoughts on getting Tyson Barrie, a defenseman, and, a defenseman who you guys would definitely take, I would think, and Kerfoot? I mean, it's just an addition, but he's a solid guy, 15 goals, 27 assists. But just what do you think it was enough to come back for Nas? Think it was better, worse?
100%. I think this is a trade that helped address both teams' needs. The problem in Colorado all year had been their lack of depth, but they made a couple of good acquisitions. If I'm not mistaken, they got Donskoy from the Sharks, who I'm quite a big fan of, a guy who dominates possession when he's on the ice and gets a lot of nifty little points. And now that they add Naz to center as well, I think that the Avalanche might be a team that push for one of the division spots rather than just in the periphery fighting for a wild card spot. But coming back to Toronto, it's also two assets that I really think we needed. How long has the media been hammering that the Leafs need that they need a right-handed defenseman for? And Tyson Barrie, a player who is fantastic at moving the puck up the ice. I honestly don't think that there are many better defensemen at passing the puck than he is. A lot of his detractors will say that he is a defensive liability, and you can't take that out of the mix. But I think that for a team like Toronto with I'm just going to say it, mercenaries, and I would argue one of the best top nines in the entire league, if not the best, to have a guy
The only
who
one that can compete is Tampa.
Yeah, I would say that's absolutely the case. I mean, there's nothing that you can do because it's just onslaught after onslaught when it comes to the Leafs. And
yeah, but we didn't have the D, which is what we got.
Yeah, and exactly. And Tyson Barrie is, I would argue, like I said, one of the best puck-moving defensemen in the entire league. He's extremely better than Zaitsev. He's phenomenally better than Ron Hainsey.
Better.
He's not the.
I like that.
He's not the. Oh no, I have the puck. Let me throw it straight up. Basically, he'll wait and he'll find a pass. He's almost like a fourth forward, and I think I might be a big fan of Tyson Barrie.
I agree. I completely agree with that statement. I think Tyson Barrie is exactly what the Leafs were looking for. I am kind of upset that we lost Rosen, but you know what? You're going to lose what you're going to lose. I'm honestly more upset about Rosen than Kadri. Looking at the past 2 playoffs, honestly, he was there for what? 2.5 game. No. It was 1 full game and 2 half games. And didn't play any of the other games. And there were 14 games played total in those 2 series with Boston. Man, stop being a hothead. So, I'm more upset that Rosen left. But Tyson Barrie, and I think Kerfoot is underrated. Well, I wouldn't say underrated, but I think if we utilize him correctly, he can be a solid top 9 forward. Like a winger on the third line for us, for sure.
He did play most of the year on Nathan McKinnon's wings, so
yeah, but also look at Colorado's look at Colorado's goddamn team. Like obviously he's going to be first line with McKinnon or second line.
But a guy that can play both. Hopefully Babs trusts him enough at center. Off the top of your head, do you know how tall he is?
Kerfoot?
Yeah. I don't think he's that big of a guy.
I have no idea.
But the way that I've heard him described is a guy who will hold the puck when he's out there.
5'10".
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Not a big guy. Not a guy that Babcock likes to play at center. But the way I've heard...
The big grit Gauthier.
Freddie the GOAT. But the way I've heard Kerfoot described as a guy who can hold on to the puck and do not that many things with it. But, I mean, I'm always a fan of having the puck when you're out on the ice because that means the other team doesn't.
Connor Brown, man. Connor Brown.
Well,
I think better Connor Brown.
Better version of Connor Brown. You don't have to be able to do a lot, but I think that Connor Brown 2 seasons ago was the best Connor Brown I've seen. Or probably not this season, but the season before. He got faster.
But he also was not that effective, I would argue, in the offensive zone, which is not Connor Brown's role.
No, it's because he played on the shutdown line.
But also making the amount of money that he does, I don't think Connor Brown was a fit for Toronto, but I think he'll look great in Ottawa. I just wanted to ask you, Ian, what do you think about Barrie defensively? Because I think that this is where most of the division among Leafs Nation sits with Tyson Barrie.
Our defense always sucks, man. Like, you just want to have the puck more than the other team. I don't want you to be as sound defensively as I want you to just not allow the puck to be in our zone. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, 100%, and that's my feeling too. With
I'd rather have a puck-moving defenseman than a guy who can sit on the penalty kill like Ron Hainsey.
Yep, agreed, 100%.
And I mean, I think a big part about that. I mean, yeah, you're getting Barrie, but Colorado's retaining half his salary, which is huge for a team.
$2.75. Well,
$3.5
million, you can go 10% above the cap in the offseason, and plus the cap's going up by $3.5 to $4 million this coming year, and the fact that
we'll see.
Nathan
That's
Horton's
what they said about the cap this year.
Okay, yeah, and the fact that Nathan Horton's contract when the season starts is going to go on LTIR, and that's $5 million that we get.
Yes, sir.
So all these people that are like, they don't have money. We got a little bit of money, man. We'll figure it out.
Also, a little sly thing Dubas did. Do you know how much money is left after you put Nathan Horton on LTIR?
Is it 69?
$9.5 million in cap space available. So, Kyle, I think, is trying to do negotiation through, hey, look, I don't have that much money.
Like, you're either signing for this or you're going to get offer sheeted. And go have fun playing in Arizona.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love Arizona.
Just with Matthews when he leaves.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure no Leafs fan will be bitter, especially if they haven't won the cup.
Oh, look at how we treated Kawhi with such respect as he left, not throwing him under the bus at all. We're a great set of
I still love
great
Kawhi.
Set of people.
Oh, I
know.
Toronto.
I was just talking about some of the hot takery on Twitter. Adam is like, he's dead to me, and I was like, Adam, calm down, come on.
He want us a chips with the dip.
We need to get
Chips
Adam
with the
on this
dip.
podcast sometime.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, Adam, no. Low key, Adam is gonna trigger me on this podcast. He's gonna
Okay,
say
so
some
yeah,
next
now we have
stuff
to
that
have
I'm
it.
not gonna agree with, and
Now
there's
we
gonna
have
be a
to have
big
it.
argument.
Well, we wouldn't want this to be the Dave Rubin podcast where we just go, I agree with that.
This will be more
No,
like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Hey, Jamie, load that shit up. Quickly, just on also saying
Wait. Before we move on, I want to tell you this story. So the guy that I share my office with, we'll be sitting there, and I love Patrick. He's awesome. But I'll just look over, and he's like, he has the Joe Rogan podcast on again. And he listens to the Joe Rogan podcast every single day. And he's like, did you hear about this crazy thing that this guy said on the Joe Rogan podcast? And I was like, no, Patrick, but let me hear it. And he's like, yeah, he's talking about the Sphinx. And I was like, oh, my God.
Yo, Joe Rogan's nuts. Have you seen his Netflix show? Like, Joe Rogan questions everything.
Yeah, they took it off Netflix.
It's all about conspiracy theories. It's so funny.
Harpa and DARPA.
Yeah, Harpa and DARPA. Didn't we watch that?
Yeah, it was a great time. You weren't invited, Marshall. Get out of here.
I was gonna say is who would have thought that the Fear Factor guy would have been, hosting the most interesting and complex discussions in 2019.
You gotta give it to him.
Quickly, just on the Leafs, Willie changing his number to 88. I think 4 people got pissed off because for some reason it's Eric Lindros' number, even though he only played for the Leafs for 1 year. So,
And also played only 33 games.
Patrick Kane is like 88.
So
But
who
so-
cares?
yeah.
Are so many other players of all time, so who cares?
Did he say why he changed the number to 88?
It's a throw, but it's like what he used to be, and I feel like he's just trying to turn a new leaf, you know?
Haha.
He did wear it in Europe.
Okay, well then yeah. That
And
works.
also, I just think it's because he had a really shit year, so he's probably like, man, let's go back to 88. I think it'll be nice. Like, it doesn't really matter, but he's also, he's paying for the restitching
What a hero. What a hero.
on
maybe-
everyone's
maybe-
jersey.
Maybe you guys can trade him to Ottawa because I think he could pay for some stuff there because Melnick's a cheap son of. I'm not going to say anything more. Anyway, speaking of Ottawa,
Cheaps.
Fucking Eugene.
speaking of Ottawa, they're basically the Maple Leafs now, aren't they?
Yeah, the Ottawa Maple Leafs.
Because they shipped out Sisu, cool, Harper, all right, and Lachuk, I heard to say his name, and a third, because for some reason, we're going to throw in a draft pick there because Dorian's the genius he is. And we bring in Zaitsev, Brown, Carcone, and then we later sign Ron fucking Hainsey.
Marshall, let me hear the music on Carcone. Carcone.
Margarite.
Margarete.
Margarete.
How should I feel about this? How should I feel about this trade? And then I'll tell you guys how you should feel about this trade.
How should I
feel
feel?
about getting
Ask
Zaitsev
the
and
audience.
Brown?
Tell me how you really feel, Marshall.
No, I want to hear you first. What is Brown like? What is Zaitsev like?
You want to hear my opinions on these players?
Should we start with the good news or the bad news? That's the real question.
Oh, give me the bad news first.
Do you want to go with the bad news, Ian? I want to make Marshall feel good.
All right, so I'm gonna give you this. Zaitsev, he's think of Dion Phaneuf, and then don't change much, and he's a pylon.
Oh, cool, great.
And then you got Connor Brown, who I think he was a cool hometown boy, downtown Connor Brown, nice kid, a real good pro, but he has stone hands, and he can't really turn on his edges very well.
He's a professional hockey player.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool. Great.
Cool.
I mean,
No,
Ian,
no,
the
no.
only thing I would add to the description of Nikita Zaitsev is that he has about the same tendencies with the puck as I would say Cody Ceci, and he quite likes hand grenades.
But also, he signed to a ridiculously long, expensive contract, just like Dion Phaneuf was.
But also,
And
Dion Phaneuf
Ottawa
could hit.
took him from us.
No salary
I don't-
retained.
What I don't get is the third pick. Is like the third pick. Why?
It's
are
because
we giving
Zaitsev's
you-
better than Cece.
Is
But
it?
Zaitsev
Is
contract
he?
is like they're all.
Yeah,
all the
is he
contracts are
though?
shit.
It makes
yeah,
no sense.
Here's the thing. Here's
no
CC.
sense.
Here is CC. Do you know what you guys just said about Zaitsev and Brown? All the bad things about them. You combine it all, and that is Cody CC.
Man,
Hey,
like,
Cody
how-
Cece
how-
won in the first round.
Yo, so did
And?
so many people that did never played in the NHL.
The only
Tyler
thing I would-
Biggs.
The only thing I would say about Cody CC that might be a good thing for you guys is that he played hard minutes against good players, and he won't be doing that in Toronto, especially under Babcock.
He won't
will
have
be-
to.
He will be playing third line minutes against third line players. And
Yo, low key, he's gonna be second line with. No, he's either playing with Muzzin or Riley.
I have
It-
money. He plays first unit with Riley. He routinely is above 28 minutes.
I mean, he can put up.
He's
yeah, he's
routinely
endurance. He
above
can put up
28
numbers, but
minutes.
he's going to be an anchor dragging Riley down. Like,
Dude,
so
Ron
bad.
Hainsey was an anchor too. Like he's still
Yeah,
sick.
no, we fucking got him.
Yeah. have
Also,
fun.
you did give him a raise.
Yeah, but it's also only for 1 year, and it's really just so we can get above the cap floor. So I don't mind that. It's the Zaitsev
So
long
we
term
get
that I
above-
don't like.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
it's
no.
not that bad.
I-
If he plays a different role, he might be a decent offensive defenseman. Because he's a stay-at-home defenseman on the Leafs, and I don't think that's the style he's ever played. So if I'm going to be the most optimistic I will be, I'll give you that.
Yeah, he could
Thanks.
possibly go back to the form he had when he came over, where he scored, what was it, 30 points? He played a lot of time on the power play. Not a defensive defenseman, not one used to playing in his own end, but the guy I would be most excited for in this trade is Connor Brown. I think Connor Brown.
No, same. Yeah.
Connor Brown in an expanded role. I think that he'll bring a lot of options on the power play. He might not. He might have stone hands, but the guy can shoot. He's a good net front presence. He battles. I think in a more advanced role in Ottawa, I give him 40 points. I think that Connor Brown is going to delightfully surprise some people in Ottawa this year.
Yeah, no,
Bronco.
The reason I don't give this trade a total loss is because we got Brown, and it's just something to actually that won't be awful, and I think it will be cool to have him having to like him and Pajot together. I think would be really cool because Pajot has like amazing hands and working together. Now we also got Tyler Ennis, and it's expected that he's going to be playing with that line. We'll see how that goes. But I'm curious about what you guys think about Harper because I'm kind of sad to see him go. I always thought he'd be good, and I think whether you guys want to or not, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of Ben Harper, and there is one reason why you'll be seeing a lot of Ben Harper.
Is it because he makes everybody play like they're 6'5" every night?
No, because he's 6'6".
Oh.
So he
fuck,
plays like
Mike.
he's 6'6" every night.
He's 6'6", 223. So
That's a big boy right there.
Babcock's licking his lips. Getting
When
ready to play
He
him.
is going hard right now.
When they made that trade, I was sitting beside Adam. We were downstairs playing video games, and I look at him and I ask him, "So, which of CC and Harper is going to be Babcock's toy this season?" And you know what he said? He just went yes, and I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yes.
We need him on the podcast with that insight. That is 100% right.
All
Yeah.
of the above.
Like in
Adam
51
Friedman. Adam Friedman. That's what I like to call him.
In 51 games.
No,
with the Sens-
Adam's like Nick Kypreos.
I'm
don't
gonna
be-
ti-
don't be
I'm
rude
gonna
to Adam.
timestamp that. I'm gonna stamp that and show it to him. I think he'll
Just
be
Adam's
over the
like
moon.
Nick Kypreos.
I mean,
I think he'll be over the moon.
Did I tell you guys? Oh, sorry. You go.
I was just gonna say, what would he think if we called him Darren Dreger?
Oh, buddy.
He should join the cafe. I should have put Adam's face on that thumbnail.
So what were you gonna say, Ian?
Oh, did I tell you guys about the when I was listening to Spit and Chicklets podcast and they mentioned like a strip club that
No.
that I know in Toronto? Okay, so I was listening to like the Spit and Chicklets pod, and they were talking about what they do to like celebrate after, like when they got drafted and stuff. And I think it was Whitney, like Ryan Whitney, but I'm not sure who it was. But he was like, yeah, when I got drafted, like we just went down to the Brass Rail, which is like a strip club like I know in Toronto, because like I know someone who like I know the person who owns it. So it's like funny that they brought up this like one specific strip club that like I know about. Sorry, gentlemen's club.
If anybody listening to this were to guess which of the three of us would know somebody who owns a strip club, I hope everybody put all their money on Ian.
Like every
Yeah, we should have
time.
we should have a poll before the podcast comes out. Which of the boys like knew someone that owned a strip club first?
Tweeting it right now as we speak.
Tweet it.
Right now as we speak.
Yeah.
This podcast is. I've missed this, guys. I've missed this.
Well,
It's been like 3 weeks. Yeah, we'll do it more often, eh?
you
Yeah,
may have. No, go ahead.
Sorry, Marshall. No. I was just going to
No,
talk
no,
about
no.
scheduling, but we can save it to the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that, you missed us. And this is another transition. Do you know who's going to be missing
I know.
Panarin?
Columbus
San Jose?
and every team on the planet.
Bobrovsky. It's Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky and Lou.
Bobrovsky!
Bobrovsky and Lou.
Oh, and Lou.
God bless Lou. Lou missed out on his big fish.
Did you guys see
Never
the
got
video
the
of
cup.
Bobrovsky and Panarin partying after they signed their contract?
That
No, I
was
did
so
not.
funny.
I missed
Oh,
that.
Marshall, I'll send it to you. It's one of my favorite videos.
Yes, please, because I really want to see that.
But
yeah,
Panarin, though.
yeah, that's a 7-year, $11.6 million contract, second biggest in the NHL. Just straight up, do you guys think it was an overpay in any way?
No.
Man, this guy is so good at hockey. But the only thing about him is he's not a centerman.
But he drives play like a centerman, man.
But yeah,
I was
he
I
plays
was
like Ovi.
listening to Ian Tulloch's podcast, my favorite person to quote because I think he makes me sound smart. Ian Tulloch was talking about Panarin, and he brought up the fact that he was looking at some of the best lines in hockey. And do you know who's the only player to appear on two of them? Artemi Panarin. I love the bread man.
Why? Because the one in Chicago and the one in Columbus?
No. There was two lines he was on in Chicago last year. Or sorry, in Columbus last year. And
Which
they were
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Those were the best lines.
They were two. I believe they were two of the top 10.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, the two best lines have Artemi Panarin. Like, what about like the Bergeron line?
No, yes,
Yeah,
I
no.
believe
Or
they
the
were two of
McKinnon
the top
line.
10.
That's pretty
Okay,
good, man.
that makes sense. That's sick.
Now,
Because
I mean,
he's so good at hockey that he makes it that good.
yeah, I mean, when you look at someone like Ovechkin, if you can recreate, I would say, if you can get up to 80% of Ovechkin, I don't care if you're not a centerman, because you will just you will make players have to constantly think about you in the offensive zone, and
Oh yeah.
that just creates disturbances. It ruins the game plan, and then it makes other players more open. And it's just he makes his team better without actually doing necessarily something every single play. And
Yeah,
if you can,
all he has to do is be on the ice
yes, and if you can
and be a
be on the ice,
threat.
yeah, no, that to me is a sign of a good player. When you just have to step on the ice and people are like, "Oh shit, he's on the ice," someone on him and another guy trail him. Like, that's how you know
When they
someone
double
is good.
team you and leave Ron Hainsey open because
Well,
no one gives
I
a
mean,
shit if Ron Hainsey can take a clap bomb.
Yeah, but Ron Hainsey's Ron Hainsey. I really think that this is not an overpay, although there's a tiny little part of me thinks it is because it's owned. The guy who signed the check is James Dolan, and he just historically is awful with free agents, both in hockey and in basketball. And I think maybe any other team would not have paid this much. But reports
well, it
are
is
that
the second. Sorry, Marshall. It is
Well,
the
it doesn't say
second
it.
biggest contract in the NHL.
yeah, and
Only behind McDavid.
But reports are also that he left money on the table to go to the Rangers. So.
No, I thought he left money. Oh, sorry. No, I'm dumb.
Okay.
Were you gonna say the exact same thing?
Yeah, just with that he left money with the Islanders. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
It makes me wonder that if he left money
Why
on the
the
table,
fuck would he go to the Islanders when they treated John Tavares like the way they did?
wow, you sound like an Islander fan right now. Or is that sarcasm?
I'm a hardcore Islander fan.
Well, I can't tell.
Every day of the week.
Maybe deep down, you just really want good things for the Isles.
I'm like, man, I just want Tavares to go back to the island, have a good end of his career, win a Stanley Cup with them.
I hope
Psych.
the Islanders offer sheet Mitch Marner. With every fiber of my being, I hope the Islanders offer sheet Mitch Marner.
And I hope that after that happens, only if it happens, Mitch Marner is a fat bust, and all 4 of our first-round picks from them turn out to be all-stars.
You sound like me wishing that we didn't win the lottery, and you know what, we didn't. So maybe you guys can get what you want to. I'm hoping for you guys. It'd be nice.
Man,
if one
right?
thing
Like
went
you
the way
should have
for
won the
Toronto.
lottery. Nothing goes right for Toronto ever.
Did you just actually say that?
When does anything ever go right for Toronto?
The only
Austin
good thing that's
fucking
happened.
Matthews.
Yeah, we got 1 draft lottery. You
We haven't
traded
got
away your
shit.
first-round pick, you dumb fuck.
We haven't got jack shit since Yashin, and he was a fucking bust.
Dog, that's just because we're good at drafting. It's not that we get things. Things aren't
And
given
we also
to
have
us.
only just started being good at drafting.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, like
being
in the
good at
past
drafting is a
6 years,
Shanahan
7
thing.
years.
Yeah, that's a Shanahan
know.
thing.
Yeah, but you know what's worked so far? That.
Who
Fair
knew
enough.
that proper management would actually turn out to be an effective way to run a hockey team?
You know,
Wait,
who
you
didn't
can
know that?
Wait,
Edmonton.
wait. What is this proper management you speak of, and how do I get some of it?
Okay.
First step, ready?
Yeah.
Get rid of Eugene Butthole. And
At all
then-
costs. At all costs.
At all costs, and then get literally a homeless person on the street, and it's way better.
Do you think if we started like this campaign called say I don't know Melnick out, that he would magically get up and leave? Do you think that would work?
Do you think if we bought a billboard that would help?
Yes, guys. Can we buy a billboard?
Can we
mean-
build a billboard?
Yeah, no.
billboard.
Can we just put a
we can't
billboard in
afford-
front of his house?
We can't afford to buy one. We need to build a billboard, and
Yeah,
we'll have Melnick out.
Just go
on
buy
it.
some.
Okay,
Go buy some-
but we have to get Brian 5 or 6 in on this. We have to.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't we?
This could
That
work,
has to
guys.
Yeah, no. We need this to work, and I think it will work, guys. We're gonna do well.
We're
with this
starting it.
idea.
Hashtag Melnick out, even though that's already a hashtag.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
Can we
ask you
start
guys-
a
what's
new
do
hashtag?
you know what's really funny? You know what's really funny? When you explain a joke.
Oh, I
cracks me up.
I was gonna
Kills
answer
me.
your. I was gonna answer your
Yeah.
love life, but yeah, sure. When you explain a joke, that's funny too.
But
So I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and you can't answer Panarin. What was the best free agent signing so far this year?
do you want to go first, Ian? Okay.
No, you
well,
go first. You go first.
Sebastian Aho.
All right.
No,
Why?
no,
Oh,
Timo
no?
Meyer. Timo
Okay.
Meyer.
So
That's
why?
an RFA though. Are we going any free agent or UFA?
We can bend the rules to be RFA if you can say why it's a good signing for both sides. So, if you can make the case for why it works, then sure, say RFA. But yeah, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Timo- So I'm gonna say Timo Meyer because he's only making $6 million and is a perennial 30-goal scorer.
Okay. Yeah.
That
no,
is-
that's-
That he is
That is
being ridiculously underpaid.
that like, there's no one. I was other gonna like. No one can compare to that. Like
Like,
Timo Meyer.
I might
when
say
I saw
Sebastian
that
Aho.
contract get signed, I was like, wait, are you kidding me? That's all he's making? I know it's for a short period of time, but still. Come on. This dude's like how long has he been on the Sharks? Like what?
4 years? Let me double check. Or 3 years. I think he was drafted the same year as Marner.
And he's been so good every year. And then it's literally chump change. And I don't know why 100%, because he could definitely make more. Maybe it's because the term is just so short.
Yeah, no, I think it's we'll see what can happen with both sides and maybe get a boost in pay next year.
He's played 3 full seasons, going into his 4th.
Yeah.
Has he played 82 game seasons or just like almost 82 games?
I'm just
going to read you. Streak?
I'm just going to read you his stat line. Let me find it. Sorry. So he played 34 games in 2016-17, getting 6 points, 3 goals, 3 assists. 2017, step up, 81 games, 21 goals, 15 assists. And last year was his coming out party, where he played 78
coming
games.
Out party.
With 30 goals and 36 assists. So.
Oh, you know who we forgot about? Vrana.
Ooh, who was just signed today?
Yeah, $875K.
No.
And it's only 1 year.
Actually?
Yep. That 47 points, making $875,000. Wait, no, never mind. 2 years, 6.7 mil.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. I thought it was more than the $3.5 million range.
No, I was looking at Cap Friendly, and never mind. That was old. That was Nico Strum. He's trash.
Oh,
he is trash. Okay. So, were you also going to say the same player as?
Yeah, I was gonna say Timo Meier.
Okay. All right. Well,
if Ian's gonna say Timo Meier, then let me say Sebastian Aho.
Okay. Yeah, because I was he's not my player, but he's my second choice.
Just so we're not mimicking each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think $8.5 million for a centerman who is, I would argue, one of the best and I would say the most underrated player in the league is an absolute coup for a team like Carolina. Yeah, $21 million in bonuses right up front is not beneficial, but you get to keep your guy. It's over. You don't have any of the mess. And what was that offer sheet that Montreal put in? It was an absolute yuck. It was a yuck.
That was a yuck and a half. I was like, are you kidding me? That's all you're going to offer this guy?
Yeah, that was very, it was kind of like
and that means that Carolina just gets to pretty much sign him at that price.
Yeah, which they absolutely will. And
which they did.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely did. I'd say for me, the best free agent sign that I would pick would be Wayne Simmons.
Ooh, that's a good one.
1 year, $5 million. I mean, with the exception of the last season, he's had over 20 goals every year, going back to 2013, 2014. And I think that with what he can bring to a team that now has him, Nico Hischier, and Taylor Hall on a first line, paired with Subban and Vatanen, that's a hell of a lineup to face off against in the first for the first line. But I think hope. Oh, sorry. Keep going. I was going to say what Wayne brings is just more than more than the scoring. He has that edge. He has that versatility that he can do anything. He's probably the best scorer / fighter in the league, I would say. And well, he's okay. So who scores 30 goals that can fight better than him?
Brad Marchand.
But does he fight?
Dustin Byfuglien.
Byfuglien's hurt half the time.
Dog, I gave that. Okay, Marchand was not a great answer, but
okay, I'll give you Byfuglien. But he's a defenseman, so it is different. But yeah,
so
I'm going to give you this. I would say Byfuglien is definitely the best defensive.
Maybe forwards. He's probably up there because he has skill, but man, 30 points isn't that much, man. A bruiser can do that.
Yeah, but that was also he struggled, and I
He's
think
on his way down.
with. I think
I just hope
year.
I hope he comes back. Yeah, but he had a very not the good year. He had a
Well, it was
terrible
also the
year.
first time he got traded or had a new team this decade. I mean, the last time.
Yeah, but he was trash in Philly.
Yeah, but also Philly was
he was
trash.
not his best.
So
He was not his best in Philly. That is fair. But Philly also was not their best either.
yeah, no, you're right.
But yeah, no. I just think it'll be. I think with 1 year, there's not much risk, even at $5 million. So.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, I totally
oh.
forgot
Yes.
about Michael Furland. I think that was a very good signing at $3.5 million, 4 years.
Yes.
I wouldn't call that the best signing, though.
No,
It's
but
not the
that-
best, but I think it was a very
Definitely
solid
a
signing.
good signing.
He's in his peak right now. They got him for pretty much his whole peak, 27 to 31.
Yeah. And 31 is now when you start to decline, which is just incredible when
Exactly.
you think about it. But I think it'll be that's definitely a good signing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't.
go ahead.
There aren't that many more great signings that happen this offseason so far. There's been a lot of change, but not crazy change.
Yeah.
Well, there have been crazy change.
Great
those are
analysis.
Trades.
Well, I was
There
gonna say-
have been more trades than free agency signings. This wasn't a huge free agency year.
No, this was not. Well, I mean, also when you compare it to the NBA, it was like fucking pathetic.
Oh, fuck me. Never mind. Bobrovsky, biggest free agent signing.
Yeah,
But that is such a big risk.
yeah.
Dude, Bob is sick.
When I look at what happens with pretty much every other long-term goalie, if I was the GM, I would never sign a goalie to a contract longer than 5 years, just ever, as a general principle.
Especially a goalie that is so up and down as Bob is.
Yeah, I mean, well, even you
He's-
look at someone like Carey Price, who you think is consistent, and then you give him the longest contract possible, and now it's, this is kind of hurting our team. Like, it's
Also,
just,
am I the only one with the opinion that 8-year deals should not be signed ever? Because
They're gonna be put out of the league. Isn't it gonna be max 7 soon?
honestly, they should go to what the NBA has as a max 5. I think that the NBA is might be the best run league in the world. I just think
It's because they only need 12
makes
players
sense.
a team. It's so much easier, and also, you're not really wrong. They're the only commissioner that's not hated by the entire fan base.
no, Rob Manfred isn't hated. He's just not liked. Silver is just,
Everyone hates Goodell. Everyone hates Bettman.
I think at this
The
point,
only
but I think at this point everyone hates Goodell. I think when it comes to Bettman, people just hate him because that's kind of what you're supposed to do. Like, I genuinely think when it comes to the Olympic issue, as I was before, I'm on his side, and I think he's done a lot of good.
he's not wrong.
I think there are some bad things, but I don't think you can put Bettman and Goodell in the same sentence because that's just unfair to Bettman, in my opinion.
Okay, that's very fair. Also, I want to correct what we were talking about before. Timo Meyer's at $6 million.
Okay.
that's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said 3.
No, still though.
I'm stupid. Never mind. Because Matt Duchene's on the
Stupid.
same contract, or $8 million, 2 more.
Yeah, I question that one.
Too much?
For term, yes.
How old is Matt Duchene?
He's younger than you think, but he's
28.
yeah, he's younger than you think. He's been around forever, but 28 is.
They got 7 years.
Yeah, I think
So
the
they're
last
going to have him
2
until 35. He's going to be a lot shitter.
Yeah, I think the last 2 years they're going to regret that, or whoever has his contract is going to regret it.
Yeah, it might not be the same. But they're going for the first, 5? They're trying to win the cup, now. Nashville.
Well, they've been trying to win the cup for the last 4 years.
I know, and
Wow.
it's not like they fall off any year. They're always great.
Yeah, no, it's just
It's
playoff
just
time. They
in
get
the
a really good
playoffs.
team. Yeah.
And Pecorine is fucking sometimes shit.
Well, ain't that the shit? Did you guys want to just did you want to do a Stanley Cup question, or do you want to just move on to trivia to end it?
Whoa! You skipped my favorite section, worst signing. Even though I think we all agree.
Okay, well, say it then.
Is it Kevin Hayes? Is it possible to sign a player to a worse contract than Kevin Hayes?
That was the most overpaid thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, people should shut up about Nylander. Anyways, I've said
Man,
my
everyone's
piece.
like 6.9 mil. I was like, dude, 6.9 mil looks like a joke.
Actually, you know what? No, I'd be remiss if we ended this podcast without. I want to get like a 30-second hot take. Jason Spezza, what are your thoughts on league minimum for 1 year for the hometown boy?
Man, I'm fired up.
Oh,
I remember him 10
great
years ago.
signing.
That would have been the biggest signing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Remember-
signing. Looking forward to seeing him on the fourth line tutoring those young boys.
Oh, I think it's a great.
He's just gonna be a good veteran presence in the room. Honestly, like he's a good pro.
Yeah, no.
Would you call him a real good pro?
I would say he used to be a real good plur, and now he's turned into a real good pro.
Certified real good pro.
That's the nicest
Certified
thing
by Mike Babcock.
That's the nicest thing you can get on this podcast. Being a certified real good pro.
We should give people stamps.
We should make stickers, guys. Tweet.
We should have a
into
wall.
Tweet to the Twitter account at Real Good Procast if you do want us to set up a merch store. I know you and I, Ian, were joking about it on the beach over Canada Day, but I think that it would be awesome. So if you guys do want to see merch, make sure to tweet us.
I legitimately think that'd be super hype. Our logo's sick.
Well, sure. Yeah, no, it is sick.
Sure.
It is.
Did you print one?
Sure.
Did you print one out for the neighbors, Ian? Does Karis have one on her laptop?
No, but I'm good. I will.
Oh, what a horrible girlfriend. Doesn't support your dreams to be a professional podcaster.
Right?
All right, Declan, you want to make me and Ian feel stupid?
Sure.
No,
All
I
right,
don't.
Let's do this.
Like I don't
So-
want you to do that, but I'm gonna feel stupid.
So guys, why don't you set up on your phones a timer for 1 minute each? We're
okay.
gonna try something new this week. So I watched this soccer channel called Euro Football Daily, and they do this show called Stat Wars. And on the
Sounds-
show, they have a section called Hot Potato. And what you do, you go back and forth trying to answer as many players or teams or whatever as you can in any given question, and each person has a 1 minute timer, and when you get a correct answer, you press stop and the other person has to start. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, Marshall, why don't we start with you starting? I'll count down from 3 after I
Wait. So do we both start the timer at the same time?
No, only when you're
No.
answering.
Yes.
Oh, so you pause.
Yes. And the
Your
first
timer?
one and the first one to get to 0 loses.
Yes. So.
Oh,
like,
so once you can't think of a name.
Like, you can just keep throwing stuff against the wall, but if you run out of time, you lose.
Can you say skip
Okay, so.
or pass?
Oh, okay. I
No.
totally get it now.
Okay.
No, you
Alright.
can't say skip or pass.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna lose in the first round.
Or we're both gonna
Whoa.
lose. All right.
Okay.
So yeah.
I
so
started off with something super easy because I want a good back and forth. So
that's
the
not a
question,
guarantee, but okay.
so the question is most all-time playoff points. 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Marshall, start.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yes.
Okay, so that's it though.
No.
Yeah. Whoa. You didn't say one thing.
You just said the most all-time
Yeah,
playoff
you didn't
points.
say
He
how
has
many
the
players.
most all-time
Sorry,
playoff
let's-
points.
Sorry, that is completely my bad.
Like I was gonna say Wayne Gretzky because he has the most.
Yeah.
We'll start.
You didn't
sorry,
say
like
how
top
many players
10?
we're naming off.
Top 25 all-time playoff point
Jesus
scores.
Christ.
Oh, that's
Go
so
back and forth.
hard.
5 players. Okay.
Wait, do we have to go in order? Or can we just
No,
guess?
no,
the
no,
top
No,
25?
no.
Okay.
All right.
So I've named
So I'll
Wayne
go next.
Gretzky. Yeah. So start your timer and then say your name, Ian.
Sidney Crosby.
Yes.
Ovechkin.
No.
Hold
Rocket
up, what?
Richard.
No.
Lemieux.
Yes.
Oh damn. That. Okay, so I'm starting my timer. Joe Thornton.
Just throw. No.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of like older guys. Patrick Marleau.
No.
Let's go old. I don't know. Henry Richard?
No. Who's Henry Richard?
Maurice's brother.
Yeah, come on, Declan.
Yeah, come on, Declan. I'm at 30.
Ian, answer against the
shitter.
time.
It wasn't Ovechkin. Stamkos.
No.
Le Cavalier.
No.
Paul Coffey.
Yes.
Hype.
Mark Messier.
Yep.
Teemu Solani.
Teemu Solani is not on this list.
Playoff points all time. I'm just gonna go old school because they definitely have Dave Keon.
No. Stop wasting your time explaining your answers. Just throw shit against the wall.
I'm trying. I'm thinking. It's hard. I don't think of names quickly. Oh shit. I'm thinking of old Montreal players.
When all your time is out. Are you almost done?
I'm at 27. Shit.
Minutes or
seconds? I'm not going minutes.
It was like you said you were at 30, like 2 seconds. Okay, anyways, keep going.
Yeah, but that was like the last question.
Just
I don't remember. People old.
Can I say one for Ian?
I got 5 seconds. No. Oh my god. Yari Curry.
Yes.
Oh, fucking right.
Paul Kariya?
Ian already said Korea. No, he said coffee, no Korea.
Okay. What? Okay. Landon McDonald?
No McDonald.
Goddamn, where was his farm? Trying to blank. Oh, no. Niedermeyer?
No Scott Niedermeyer.
Ooh.
St. Louis?
No.
Yelmer Yager?
Yo, I'm
Yager,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gordie Howe.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm stupid.
Red Kelly?
No Brett. No Kelly. Ian, how much time you got left on your timer?
I just said my thing.
Yeah, but how much time do you have left? It's Marshall's turn.
Kind of wasting my
Okay.
time here.
I'm just curious. You can just throw stuff against the wall. Ian just wasn't answering.
I got 20.
Okay.
Bossy. Mike Bossy.
Yeah, Mike Bossy.
What's it called? Yzerman.
You're not supposed to add a minute, yes. You're just supposed to count down.
I got confused for like the first 3 questions. I'm at like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, is it my turn now?
Yeah, Marshall.
Yeah.
Okay. Geek. No. Okay, I just ran out of time.
Ian wins somehow.
I don't know about that.
I'm hella confused how this works. I don't think I won. I
How
thought
are
you were
you-
supposed to keep adding minutes.
No,
No.
you're only supposed to have 1 minute and it goes down.
Oh, I'm actually stupid. Okay, I think I lost.
I think it would be a lot easier if we were in the same location.
I have no idea how this was supposed to work, but I tried my best.
Sorry, boys. I think that's on me.
Well, I'm gonna say I think that what's his name should have been there. What's his name? Jean Beliveau.
Jean Beliveau is there. You didn't say Jean Beliveau.
Yeah, but I'm saying it now.
So the rest of the list is Glenn Anderson, Brett Hull,
Yes.
Gilmore, Sakic,
Brett Hall, fuck. Joseph,
Trot-
fuck.
Trottier, Nick Lidstrom, Ray Bork, Jean
I forgot Ray
Beauvillier, Fedorov, Savard, Peter Forsberg, Malkin, Dennis
Oh my
Potvin,
god.
Al McGinnis, and Bobby Smith.
I'm surprised.
That's actually
I'm surprised that Malkin and Crosby are there and not Taze or Kane.
well, it's because Malkin and Crosby have been going through the playoffs longer than they have. Because Caves or Tane either lost in the first round or made it to the finals. What's it called? Crosby and Malkin always went to the conference finals.
That's true. I was also
Because
gonna
they went to the finals their first year, and then they won their second year, and then they made the playoffs like every year in between, going to at least the second round. Where Chicago only won 3 cups, but every other year they didn't win the cup. They lost in the first round
that
to
is
St.
true.
Louis.
And my next guest, Bob Gainey, was not on that list anyway. So whatever.
No.
Do we have another round, or is that Declan?
I could pull up another round if you want. Things could run a little bit more smoothly than last round.
Yeah, now I get it.
We can do best 2 out of 3.
Let's try one more
Okay.
round and see how that goes.
Can we have 2 minutes total?
No,
No,
let's do
1 minute. It's supposed to be
It's
quick.
so hard.
And Ian starts first this time.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna
just
lose
give-
in the first.
And remember, we only have 1 minute.
I got it. Okay.
You just got to give me a minute to pull it up. Okay. Most regular season games played.
Oh wait, are goalies included?
I'm trying to look to see if there's a goalie I recognize. No, skaters.
Okay.
Okay. Are we
Oh.
ready?
Yeah, I'm going to count you on down. Ian, you're going to go first.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yager.
Yeah.
Marlowe.
Yeah.
Lemieux. No, sorry. Gretzky.
Yeah.
Howe.
Yeah.
Brett Hull.
No.
Teemu Selanne.
No.
Oh man. Maurice Richard.
No.
Did I say Gretzky?
Yes.
Yes.
Who did I say next? I said Yager. Old guys. Oh my God, no. This is really bad. This is a long one. Shoot. All-time regular season games played for skaters.
I like
Henry
how
Richard, maybe.
Sorry?
Henry Richard.
No.
Red Kelly.
No.
Oh well, I'm done.
You're out of time?
That was poo.
That was garbage, Ian. What the fuck?
I have 2 more. Is Joe Thornton on the list yet?
Joe Thornton is on the list.
Oh my God! And I should have said Marlowe.
I said Marlowe.
He said Marlowe.
Oh, you did.
And you had
Okay.
one more?
Ray Bork.
Yeah, Ray Bork is there as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only 2
But-
left I had off the top of my head. After that, it would have been SOL.
Complete list: Howe, Messier, Yager, Ron Francis, Patty Marlowe, Mark Recchi, Chris Chelios, Dave Anderchuk, Scott Stevens, Larry Murphy, Ray Bork, Joe Thornton, Nick Lindstrom, Iggy, Alex Delvecchio, Johnny Buck, Shane Doan, Brendan Shanahan, Matt Cullen, Stevie Y, Mike Medano, Phil Housley, the Gretz, Z's, Brindamore, and Gilmore.
I should have known at least 2 more.
Yeah, and I should have
But
known
like those
Chelios
are
and
kind of
Yzerman.
weird because I know players by the points, not how many games they played, especially in the regular season.
So now that we figured out how this works, though, I think a good back and forth is a lot of fun. So Marshall, next time, because you won 2-0, we can you can host next time, me versus Ian. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
This game is poo.
You're
You're just upset that you lost. It's
I
okay.
also-
You'll
Just 'cause
beat
I
me.
Suck at it.
It's okay. You'll beat me. Everybody knows how.
Will
bad
I
at
though?
trivia
Like I
am.
literally just
I like
was
how
spitting dumb names.
when Ian gets flustered, he gets all PG, like, oh shoot, darn.
Do I actually?
You do.
Yeah, you stop swearing.
That's so funny.
All right. Well, yeah,
Because
I
we
because
should-
I know when I'm angry, I can't control myself.
We should just mention scheduling really quick, Marshall.
okay. Do you want to mention it?
Okay. Yeah, sure. I thought you were gonna take the reins as host, but
Well, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, you kind of run the show when it comes to when we do it, so I figured you can do that.
So I thought, because there's not much else going on in the hockey world, we were under an hour with a month's worth of news, that we cut down to one show every month. So we do one more in August before we move back. We'll coordinate between the 3 of us in terms of September, but around the start of September, the preseason, we'll go back to one show every week. We might ease into it.
Why don't we do 2 weeks during preseason?
Okay, yeah, I was going to say that. We can go but one show every 2 weeks in preseason, and then come the start of the season, we'll be back one show every week. It's looking like it might be Tuesday this year, but we'll have to coordinate further. Just as I said, look out on Twitter, whether it's my Twitter, DeBarp14, Marshall's Twitter, Marshall Healy, or Ian's Twitter, Ian Blumenthal, or the podcast. Or the podcast Twitter, the Real Good Procast, as always, boys.
Thank you very much for that.
Thanks for listening.
Wonderful explanation. Yes, thank you for listening. Thank you, Ian and Declan, as always, for joining us. We will see you again in August. Goodbye.
Good night, guys.
Follow your hosts on Twitter at DeBarp14, at Ian_Blumenthal, and at Marshall Healy. Don't forget to follow the podcast at Real Good Procast.